Hi everyone, welcome to My Max Academy. In this video, we'll continue with the chapter matrices, which is chapter 3 from your 12th standard CBSE mathematics. We'll continue with the concept called transpose of a matrix. I am at page number 83 of your textbook, page number 83, which talks about transpose of a matrix. Transpose of a matrix. So the definition is transpose of a matrix definition is a matrix. If A is a matrix, if A equal to Aij of be an M cross N matrix, if A be an M cross N matrix, then the matrix obtained by interchanging the rows and columns, changing the rows and columns of A means this matrix A is called as transpose of A. Transpose of A. So if Aij be an M cross N matrix, then the matrix that is obtained by interchanging the rows and columns of A is called as transpose of the matrix A. For example, if suppose A is a matrix, A is suppose 2, 3, minus 1, 0, 5, 9. Suppose the order is how many rows? 1 to 2 rows, 1, 2, 3 columns. So it's a 2 cross 3 matrix. And the transpose of this matrix is defined by the matrix obtained by interchanging the rows and columns of A. And A transpose is denoted by A dash, which means transpose of A. Transpose of A matrix. Transpose of A matrix is denoted by A dash, or sometimes it is also called as AT. AT means A transpose or A dash. That is equal to interchanging the rows and columns of this. So this will become 2, 0, and then 3, 5, 3, 5. I'm writing the columns as rows. First column will become first row, second column will become second row, third column will become the third row of the A transpose matrix. Now what is the order of this? Obviously when you interchange the rows and columns, this will become a 3 cross 2 matrix. If A is a 2 cross 3 matrix, then the transpose of A will be a 3 cross 2 matrix. So this is the transpose matrix of this matrix, which is obtained by interchanging the rows and columns of matrix A. So that is called as transpose of matrix A. Now next what we have is properties of transpose of a matrix. We have 4 properties. The properties of transpose of a matrix. Properties of transpose of a matrix. So we have 4 properties. Suppose if A and B are 2 matrices, right? We have first property is A transpose whole transpose. A dash means it is transpose. If I take a transpose of A, again if I take the transpose of the transpose, then I get back the same matrix A. So similarly, if you have second property is if you have K into A the whole transpose, where K is any number, it's a scalar, any real number, then K A whole transpose will become K into A transpose, which means the number or the scalar can be taken out of the transpose. So Ka the whole transpose is equal to K into A transpose, where K is any constant, where K is any constant or real number, any number like 2, 3, 5, whatever, then or minus 3, anything. So now third property is, if you have A plus B whole transpose will be same as A transpose plus B transpose. A plus B, the whole transpose, will be equal to A transpose plus B transpose. And the fourth property, which is very important property, is AB the whole transpose. A multiplication A into B, that will be equal to B transpose into A transpose. AB the whole transpose is equal to B transpose A transpose. Don't write this as AB the whole transpose A transpose B transpose. That is wrong. AB the whole transpose, it will be equal to B transpose multiplied with A transpose will give you AB whole transpose. Friends, see, these are four properties with respect to transpose of a matrix. Now we shall do example 20. So all of you can take the notes. Right. I am going to example 20. So example 20 says, so A is given, matrix A is 3 root 3, 3 root 3 and 2, 4, 2, 0. This is your A matrix, and the B matrix is given by 2, minus 1, 2 and 1, 2, 4. This is your B matrix. Now we need to verify the following. We have to verify. First, what we have to verify? We have to verify the following. First point is A transpose whole transpose equal to A. We have to verify that. Then we should prove that. Second part is A plus B. A plus B, the whole transpose equal to A transpose plus B transpose. We have to verify this property. The third one is K B transpose. K into B transpose. KB the whole transpose is equal to K into B transpose. I have to prove that K into B transpose, where K is a constant. K is any number constant. So K into B transpose. So K into B transpose, where K is a constant. K is a constant. So we need to check all these three properties for the given two matrices. That is the question. Now the solution is, now let's find A transpose first. What is A transpose? We have to prove A transpose whole transpose equal to A. What is A transpose? We have to interchange the rows and columns of this. So this will become 3, 4, 3, 4, root 3, 2, 2, 0. So what I have written? I have interchanged the rows and columns, and I have written the matrix. That is called as the transpose of the given matrix. Right? Now again, so this is your transpose of this matrix, which is A transpose. Now I am going to take A transpose whole transpose. Again, if I take the transpose of this matrix, then again for this matrix I have to interchange my rows and columns, which means the columns have to be written as rows and rows have to be written as columns. Right? So I will write this as 3 and root 3, then 2. So this column has become row. Again here 4, 2 and 0. Now what we have got back now, when I find the transpose of a transpose, right? When we find the transpose of a transpose, we got back the same matrix A. A is this, so which is equal to A. So therefore we have proved A transpose. So therefore A transpose whole transpose is equal to A. That completes the first one. Now the second one. The second point is A plus B whole transpose. Second part of the question is A plus B the whole transpose. Let's find what is A plus B. So A plus B matrix will be A matrix, which is 3 root 3 2 4 2 0 plus B matrix, which is 2 minus 1 2 1 2 and then 4. Fine. Now let's add them. That will become 3 plus 2 is 5, root 3 minus 1, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, 2 plus 2 is 4, 0 plus 4 is 4. So this is your A plus B matrix. Now we should find the transpose of this. We should find the transpose of this matrix. So what will be the transpose of this matrix? We have write the rows in terms of columns. So which means my A plus B, the whole transpose matrix will become 5, 5, then root 3 minus 1, 4, then 4, 4. So if interchange, I have written this column as row, second column as second row, third column as third row. So this is your A plus B, the whole transpose. So we have got the LHS. Now let's try to find the RHS. Right hand side is A transpose plus B transpose. Now what is A transpose? So A transpose matrix, let's find A transpose plus B transpose equal to, what is A transpose? We have to interchange the rows and columns, or we already have this there. So 3, 4, root 3, 2, 2, 0. A transpose plus B transpose is transpose of B. That is, B is 2 minus 1, 2. So you will write 2 minus 1, 2, 1, 2, 4. Let's try to add them. If you add these two matrices, so 3 plus 2 is 5, 4 plus 1 is 5, root 3 minus 1 is root 3 minus 1, 2 plus 2 is 4, again 2 plus 2 is 4, 0 plus 4 is 4. This is your A matrix plus B matrix. Sorry, A transpose plus B transpose. Now, we see that A plus B, the whole transpose is this matrix, and A transpose plus B transpose is also the same matrix. So both are matching. Both we got the same matrix. Therefore, we can say A plus B, the whole transpose, is equal to A transpose plus B transpose. So we have proved the second part. This is also done. Now we should find the third part. The third part is, let me put a line here. Right. The third part is, we have to find KB, the whole transpose. Right. So let's find KB transpose. So what is KB transpose? So KB matrix. Let's find KB matrix. KB means I have to multiply each element of B with K. So it will become 2K, then minus 1 into K is K minus K, then again 2 into K is 2K, so it becomes minus K, and 2K, then K, 2K, 4K. This is your KB. Now let's find what is K into B, the whole transpose. That is transpose of this. So transpose of this is what? It will become, I write the rows in terms of columns. So 2K minus K, 2K, then K, 2K, 4K. So this is our KB transpose. KB transpose. KB, the whole transpose. So we have got the LHS. Let's try to find what is KB, K into B transpose. What is B transpose? B transpose is this, which is 2, 1, minus 1, 2, 2, 4. So this is your B transpose. This is your B transpose. Now let's find what is K into B transpose. We need to find K into B transpose, which means I have to multiply each element of this by K. We'll get 2K, K, minus K, 2K, 2K, 4K. Now if you observe these two, this is KB whole transpose, this is K into B transpose. So both are same. Both the matrices are same. So therefore we can say, therefore our K into B, the whole transpose, is same as K into B transpose. K into B transpose, which is the third one. We proved the third one also. This is for the third one. This is for the proof for the third part. Fine. So we have proved all the three properties are verified. Now the fourth one is not asked. Only these three properties we have verified for the given set of matrices. So all of you pause the video and take the notes. We'll go to the next one, which is example 21. Fine. I'll erase here. So example 21 says, example 21. So that is A matrix is given. Matrix A equal to minus 2, 4, 5. And B matrix is comma. B matrix is 1, 3, minus 6. 1, 3, minus 6. So obviously, what is the order of this? 3 rows and 1 column. This is 1 row and 3 column. Now we have to verify that. So what we have to verify? Verify that AB the whole transpose equal to B transpose into A transpose. We have to show this. We have to prove that AB the whole transpose equal to B transpose into A transpose. So solution is, let's find what is AB. AB matrix, which means A into B. You have to multiply, and all multiplication is possible because the number of columns of A, the first matrix, is equal to the number of rows of the second matrix. If they match only, we can multiply. That is the rule for the multiplication of two matrices. So A is minus 2, 4, 5. That into B. B is 1, 3, minus 6. So order of this is 3 cross 1. Order of this is 1 cross 3. So the number of columns, that is 1, in the first matrix is equal to number of rows of the second matrix B. So we can multiply these two. These two are 1 and 1. These two should match. So we can multiply. So if you multiply, the resultant matrix order will be 3 cross 3. These two 1 will, if I had that, then it will be 3 into 3. See, 3 cross 3. So what is, so now let's try to multiply this. So if you multiply this, so we have to multiply the first row with the first column. Right, so minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. Then minus 2 into 3 is minus 6. And minus 2 into minus 6 is plus 12. So you will get the first row. When you multiply the first row with the first column, you will get the first row's first column element. First row with the second column will give you the first row, second column element of the resultant matrix. And the first row with the third column will give you the first row, third column matrix of the resultant matrix. Now again 4 into 1 is 4. 4 into 3 is 12. 4 into minus 6 is minus 24. And 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times minus 6 is minus 30. So again the order is obviously 3 cross 3. Because these two 1 we have to close. The remaining is 3 cross 3. That will be the order of the resultant matrix. That will be the order of the resultant matrix. Now what we should do is we should try to find what is B transpose into A transpose. Now what is B transpose is to B transpose into A transpose equal to, what is B transpose? B is this. So if I take the transpose of this, it will become 1, 3, minus 6. I have to write the row as column. That's the transpose into A transpose. A is, so that it is only one column, it should be written as row. Minus 2, 4 and 5. And remember, you have to first do the B transpose, then A transpose. Don't do A transpose, don't write A transpose first and try to multiply with B transpose. So this is your B transpose. And obviously order of the B transpose is again 3 cross 1. This is 1 cross 3. 1 row, 3 column. Again, the number of columns of the first matrix is matching with the number of rows of second matrix. So which means these two 1 we can hide, and 3 cross 3. The resultant matrix will be a 3 cross 3 matrix. So let's multiply now. So multiplication is possible because the number of columns of the first matrix, which is 1, is equal to number of rows in the second matrix, which is also 1. So multiplication is possible. So when we multiply this, what do we get? 1 into minus 2, minus 2. 1 into 4 is 4. 1 into 5 is 5. Fine. So clear? So B transpose into A transpose. We are going to find the transpose of them. Fine. So then again 3 into minus 2 is minus 6. 3 into 4 is 12. 3 into 5 is 15. And minus 6 into 2 is 12. Minus 6 into minus 2 is 12. Minus 6 into 4 is minus 24. This is minus 30. So this is your B transpose A transpose. So what we have got is we have found AB. This is AB. Right? And we have got B transpose A transpose. But we have to prove AB transpose. So we have to take the transpose of this. The transpose of this should be matching with this matrix. Let's take the transpose of this. Let me erase this. So what is AB the whole transpose? Now we got AB. Let's try to find what is AB transpose. Then we have to take the transpose of this. That will be equal to 2 minus 2, 4, 5, minus 6, 12 and 15, then 12 minus 24, 12 minus 24 minus 30. Now this is your AB transpose and this is your B transpose A transpose. Both the matrices are matching. Both are matching. Therefore we can say AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose A transpose. So we have verified this. Verified this. Clear? So all of you pause the video and take the notes. So we'll go to the next topic, which is called as symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. Symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. So we'll define them. So next topic is symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix. What is a symmetric matrix? So it's there in page number 85 of your textbook. It says a matrix A is said to be symmetric matrix if A transpose equal to A. A transpose equal to A. So we call a matrix as symmetric. So we'll say if A transpose equal to A, if transpose of the matrix is same as the given matrix, if A transpose equal to A, then A is called as symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix. We call a matrix A as symmetric if A transpose equal to A, and obviously A has to be a square matrix. Right? A has to be a square matrix. We can say A is a square matrix if A transpose equal to A. A is a square matrix if A transpose equal to A, then A is called as a symmetric matrix. So A is a square matrix. If A transpose equal to A, then A is called as a symmetric matrix. We will take an example. Suppose A matrix is like this: 5, minus 3, 1, minus 3, 4, 0, 1. Let's take this one as 4. I'll take this as 2, probably, right? 3, 4, I'll write here also 2. Then here it is 7. Now this is your A matrix. It's always 3 cross 3. It has to be a square matrix. It can be of 2 cross 2 also, or 3 cross 3, doesn't matter. It can be 2 cross 2 or 3 cross 3, doesn't matter. Now what is our A transpose? So A transpose of this matrix is that write this column. I'm going to write it as row. So 5, then this minus 3, then this 1. Then this column I'm going to write it as row. So minus 3, 4, 2. Then this 1, 2, 7. It's a column. I'm going to write it as row 1, 2, 7. So I've interchanged my rows and columns. I got A transpose, and this happens to be same as A. After I took the transpose of A, my A transpose, this is same as A. So A transpose is equal to A. Therefore, A is a symmetric matrix because your A transpose equal to A. So whenever your A transpose of a matrix is equal to the matrix itself, A itself, if A transpose is equal to A, then we call A as a symmetric matrix. Fine. So now the next one is skew symmetric matrix. So skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric matrix. The definition is A is a square matrix. A is a square matrix and if A transpose is A is a square matrix. If A transpose, I'll not put this just to avoid the confusion with the transpose and all. A is a square matrix. If A transpose equal to minus of A, negative of A, if A transpose equal to minus of A, then we call it as, then A is called as skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric matrix. Clear? A is a square matrix, and if A transpose equal to minus of A, then A is called as a skew symmetric matrix. If A transpose equal to A, it is called a symmetric. If A transpose equal to minus A, it is called a skew symmetric matrix. So we will write it. See, here also we can say in general, if A transpose equal to A means we can say here for a symmetric matrix, you can say Aij will be equal to Aji. Aij will be equal to Aji for every I comma j, which means here A11 will be equal to A11 and A12 will be equal to A21. So A12 is equal to A21 and A13 will be equal to A31, this one. Then again A21 will be equal to A12. If you put 2 and 2, A22 equal to A22, which is 4 equal to 4. Then if you put I as 2 and J as 3, then A23 will become A32. A23 is 2, A32 is 2. Both will match. Similarly, A33 equal to A33. So in symbol, we will say A is a symmetric matrix if Aij equal to Aj for every. The symbol is for every. This means for all or for every. The symbol like this, V and then crosses for every I comma j. Right now, what we have is a skew symmetric matrix. So here we'll give an example. Suppose if A matrix is this. A matrix is 0, minus 5, 3, 5, minus 3, 0, 0, 7, minus 7. This is how the matrix is. This is your matrix. Order is suppose 3 cross 3 again. Now what is your A transpose? A transpose of this will be, now I am checking whether A is a symmetric, skew symmetric or not. A is a skew symmetric matrix or not. It's an example for a skew symmetric matrix. So we will find A transpose. We have to check this condition. If A transpose equal to minus A, then we can call this matrix A as a skew symmetric matrix. So what is A transpose? A transpose is 0, then this minus 5 will come here, then this 3 will come here. So row is written as column or column is written as row. Then 5, 0, 7. Then minus 3, minus 7, 0. Now, this is your A transpose. Again, the order will be 3 cross 3, 3 rows and 3 columns. Now, if I take minus out of the matrix, which means I have to take the negative sign out of each element. And this will become 0, this is minus 5, 3, then minus 5 will become 5, 0, 7, minus 3, minus 7, 0. That is equal to minus of, what is this matrix? This is our A matrix. We got back the A. When I took the minus out of A transpose, we got back the A matrix, which is this. So this is written as A. So your A transpose is equal to minus A. When the moment we get A transpose equal to minus A, we call therefore A is a skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric matrix. Symmetric RIC. Sorry. Skew symmetric matrix. Because your A transpose equal to minus A. So A is called as a skew symmetric matrix. This is an example of a matrix is skew symmetric. And again, if you observe for a skew symmetric matrix, your diagonal elements have to be 0. For a skew symmetric matrix, all your diagonal elements A11, A1, A22, A33 all have to be 0. Because in short, how do we say in terms of notation? Your Aij or your Aji, we can even write it the other way. We can even say Aij equal to minus Aij. Here we can say Aij equal to Aji. So here I will say Aji equal to minus of Aij. Here also I can say, here doesn't matter. I'm going to write this here, this there, doesn't matter. I will say Aji is equal to Aij. Even you can say Aij equal to this. I'm just interchanging and writing this. Because A transpose equal to A. So A transpose elements are represented as Aji and A elements are represented by Aij. So here A transpose is Aji. Each element of A transpose will be equal to minus of A. A is Aij. This is true for every I comma j. Now in particular for diagonal elements, what will happen? For the diagonal elements, your I and j are equal. So you will get Aii will be equal to minus Aii. Because for diagonal elements, your I and j are equal. So instead of saying I and j, I'll put I and I. So Aij will be equal, sorry, Aii will be equal to minus Aii, which means if Aii comes this side, you get Aii plus Aii will be equal to 0, which means 2 times Aii equal to 0, which means Aii should be equal to 0. Okay, but Aii represents the diagonal elements. So which means for a skew symmetric matrix, your diagonal elements have to be 0, must be 0. Must be 0. If not, it cannot be a skew symmetric matrix. But for symmetric matrix, your diagonal elements can be anything. But for a skew symmetric matrix, your diagonal elements must be 0. And then obviously the other diagonal, the other non-diagonal elements should be negative of the other. This minus 3 means it should be 3. Minus 5 means this should be 5. 7 means minus 7. So your A12 is minus of A21. Your A13 is minus of A31. Right? So if you hide here, all these will be negative. 5 minus 5. If you hide this 0, 0, 0. 3 minus 3. Minus 7, 7. And the diagonal element should be 0. Then it becomes skew symmetric. Fine. So now let's try to go to the next section. So we have proved, we have defined symmetric and skew symmetric. I will go to theorem 1 in page number 86. So let me erase all this. All of you please pause the video and take the notes. Erasing all of them. Okay. Now theorem 1. Theorem 1 says, which is in page number 86. It says for any square matrix A with real entries, A plus A transpose is symmetric and A minus A transpose is skew symmetric matrix. We have to prove that. So what the theorem says, given in the theorem is, what is given in the theorem is A is a square matrix. A is a square matrix. Right? We have to prove. What we have to prove? To prove is, we have to prove two parts, two things. First one is we have to prove A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix. And we should prove the second part we have to prove is A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric matrix. So we have to prove these two. So what is given is A is a square matrix and we have to prove A plus A transpose is symmetric matrix, A minus A transpose is skew symmetric matrix. Now solution or proof, we can say proof. The theorem will say proof. So proof is, now we should first show A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix. So we will call this that as some matrix B. Suppose B equal to A plus A transpose. I am calling this A plus A transpose as another matrix B. Now to prove A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix, we have to show that B is a symmetric matrix. And B becomes symmetric matrix if B transpose equal to B. As per the definition of the symmetric matrix, B is called as a symmetric matrix if B transpose equal to B. Now let's try to find what is B transpose. So what is our B transpose? we have to show that B transpose is equal to B. So B transpose will be equal to A plus A transpose the whole transpose. B transpose means transpose of this is same as transpose of the whole. Now that is equal to A plus A transpose whole transpose can be written as, I can put the transpose separately. This will become A transpose plus this will become A transpose whole transpose. I can put the transpose for each of them. And this is because of the property we have that, right? A plus B the whole transpose is same as A transpose plus B transpose. This is like that, A plus B. You think this as B. Don't get confused with this B. So A plus B the whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B. B is A transpose. A transpose whole transpose because of this property. So we are applying this property. Then that is equal to A transpose plus what is A transpose whole transpose? That is A. Again using the properties of transpose. The 4 properties that we studied, right? So because I am writing the reason here, A transpose whole transpose will be equal to A. This is again another property of transpose of a matrix. Now what is A transpose plus A? I can write as A plus A transpose. Right? That is equal to what is A plus A transpose? A plus A transpose is B. So we got back the matrix B. So which means your P transpose is equal to B. So therefore B is equal to A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix, because we have proved that B transpose equal to B, and B is what? B is A plus A transpose. So transpose of this matrix A plus A transpose, the whole transpose is equal to A plus A transpose. So therefore B is equal to A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix. So this part is done. Now let's go to the second part. We'll go to the second part. Second part says theorem 2. Where is this? I will write the proof for the second part here, or I can write it here itself. That's okay. This is the proof for the first one. And for the second part, we have to prove that A minus A transpose. A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix. So we'll assume that as C. We'll say let C equal to A minus A transpose. A minus A transpose. Now, to show that A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix, we have to prove that C is a skew symmetric matrix. And to prove C is a skew symmetric matrix, we have to prove that C transpose is equal to minus C. If C transpose is equal to minus C, then C is called as a skew symmetric matrix. Let's find what is C transpose. Now C transpose is equal to A minus A transpose, the whole transpose. That is your C transpose. So that is equal to, now again this can be written as, now this A minus A transpose can be written as A plus minus A transpose the whole transpose. I can write A minus B as A plus minus B. Right? I am writing like this. A minus B is what? Actually A plus minus of B. That is your A minus B. I think this as A and this A transpose as B. Right? Now this will become, now this is like A plus B the whole transpose. Now A plus B the whole transpose is A transpose plus B transpose. B is minus A transpose the whole transpose. So what property we have applied here is A plus B the whole transpose equal to A transpose plus B transpose. So we have applied this property. Look, this looks like A plus B. This entire thing is B. A plus B the whole transpose is A transpose plus minus A transpose the whole transpose. And that is equal to, I will write it here. That is equal to, now in the left side we have C transpose. So C transpose. So C transpose equal to, I am writing this step again, A transpose plus minus A transpose whole transpose. And that is equal to A transpose plus, this will become minus A transpose whole transpose. Because this minus can be, this is minus 1. This minus can be taken out of the transpose because of the property that K into A transpose. Ka the whole transpose is equal to K into A transpose. So you can take the constant out of the transpose. I am taking the constant minus out of that transpose. Right? So you think this as your, this whole thing as your A, and this minus 1 is your K. and this transpose is this transpose. So your minus will come out of this and this will become minus of A transpose. Your A is A transpose kind of thing, right? Which means if it is minus A transpose whole transpose, from this transpose you can take the minus out. Fine. Then that will become, I'll put a bracket here. So this will become A transpose. Now plus into minus is minus A transpose whole transpose is A. Because A transpose whole transpose is A because of this property. So your C transpose is A transpose minus A. So this can be written as, if I take minus common, I will get A minus A transpose. That is my C transpose. My C transpose is minus. If I take minus common, then A will come. So if you multiply minus into A is minus A, minus into minus is plus A transpose. So this will become C transpose equal to minus. What is A minus A transpose? Your A minus A transpose is C. So we get C. So we have proved C transpose equal to minus C. Therefore C is what? A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix. Skew symmetric matrix. Clear? Everyone? So C is equal to A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix because we have proved C transpose equal to minus C. Whenever C transpose equal to minus C, then C is called as a skew symmetric matrix, but C is nothing but what? A minus A transpose. So we have proved A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix. So this is also proved. So this is your theorem 1. Now let's go to theorem 2. So theorem 2 is, let me put it. Yeah, so theorem 2 is, any square matrix can be expressed as sum of a symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. What this theorem states is, any square matrix can be written as, can be expressed as the sum of a symmetric and a skew symmetric matrix, and a skew symmetric matrix. That's what it says. Any square matrix can be expressed as the sum of a symmetric and a skew symmetric matrix. So solution for this is, or proof for this, we say proof. Proof is that, suppose if you take a matrix, so we'll say let A be a square matrix, let A be a capital A, let A be a square matrix, let A be a square matrix, then we can write A as, the A can be written as 1 by 2 of 2A. We can write A as 1 by 2 of 2A. That is equal to 1 by 2 of, because 2 or 2 will get cancelled. The A can be written as 1 by 2 of 2A. 2 will get cancelled, you will get back the A. That is equal to, now this 2A can be written as A plus A. A plus A, that is equal to half of, now A, I am going to add A transpose, and then plus A, I am going to subtract A transpose. So A plus A, these two A are these two A's, I am adding A transpose and subtracting A transpose. So your A, this is your A, because your A transpose, this is plus A transpose minus A transpose, they will get cancelled. A plus A is 2A, 1 by 2 of 2A, you get back A. Now again I am going to write A as, I am going to group this as 1 by 2 of, I am going to group these two and these two. So I will get A plus A transpose plus 1 by 2 of A minus A transpose. I have written A as 1 by 2 into this, again 1 by 2 into this. So what we have got here, is A equal to, so we got A equal to 1 by 2 of A plus A transpose plus 1 by 2 of A minus A transpose. And again, this A plus A transpose is we just proved that A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix as per theorem 1. So A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix. So if A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix, if you multiply with the constant, any constant, that will also be a symmetric matrix. So 1 by 2 of A plus A transpose is also a symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix. Because, I can write the proof here. Because suppose if K is there, see K times right, the proof is if A is a symmetric matrix, which means the proof for this is if K is a symmetric matrix, sorry, A is a symmetric matrix, A is a symmetric matrix means A transpose equal to A, then we have to prove that Ka the whole transpose is also skew symmetric, which means Ka the whole transpose is K into A transpose, that will be K into, and A transpose is A, so it will become Ka. So we have proved Ka transpose is K into A. So Ka whole transpose equal to K into A, therefore your K into A is a symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix. When A is a symmetric matrix. A is a symmetric matrix. So whenever A is a symmetric matrix, then your Ka is also a symmetric matrix. So whenever this is a symmetric matrix, if you multiply any number with a symmetric matrix, that will also become a symmetric matrix. So even this is a symmetric matrix. So similarly, we can say A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric as per our theorem. Theorem 1 matrix. So therefore, if you multiply any constant 1 by 2 of this A minus A transpose is also a skew symmetric matrix. Is also a skew symmetric matrix. So now this we have showed this is a symmetric and this is a skew symmetric matrix. A matrix A is written as sum of a symmetric plus skew symmetric matrix. Suppose if I call this as, suppose if this is P, suppose P equal to, and this is Q. Q equal to, if I call this as P and this whole thing as Q, then A is equal to P plus Q. A is written as P plus Q, where P is a symmetric matrix and Q is a skew symmetric matrix. So a matrix A is written as a sum of a symmetric matrix plus skew symmetric matrix. Clear? So that is the proof. Right? So the proof ends here. So all of you can pause the video and take notes. So this is just a proof to say that if whenever A transpose equal to A, Ka the whole transpose will also be Ka, which means this Ka matrix will become symmetric. Ka matrix can be called as a symmetric matrix when if Ka the whole transpose equal to Ka. If Ka the whole transpose equal to Ka, then Ka is called as a symmetric matrix. So similarly, you can prove skew symmetric also, but it's okay. It's understood that whenever a matrix is a symmetric matrix, K times that matrix will also be a symmetric matrix. And whenever a matrix is a skew symmetric matrix, K times that matrix, K times the skew symmetric matrix is also a skew symmetric matrix. So finally what we have done, we have expressed A as sum of two matrices P and Q, where P is half of A plus A transpose, which is a symmetric matrix, and Q is half of A minus A transpose, which is a skew symmetric matrix. So a matrix, square matrix A is written as or can be expressed as sum of a symmetric and a skew symmetric matrix. Sum of a symmetric plus a skew symmetric matrix. So that is the proof. Fine. So all of you can pause the video and take the notes. Next one is example 22. So example 22. I will do one thing, I'll erase everything. Pausing the video, you can pause the video and take the notes. I'm going to erase all this. This 2. Fine. The next one is example 22. Important. The example 22. Important. So express B as sum of symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. So matrix B is given, which is 2, minus 2, minus 4, minus 1, 3 and 4, 1, minus 2, minus 3. We have to express B as a sum of a symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. Right? So then what do we do? Solution is, we have to write B as sum of two matrices. One should be a symmetric matrix, the other one should be a skew symmetric matrix. So we will say P is equal to, so we'll start with B is equal to 1 by 2 of, right? So B is P plus Q, where P is equal to 1 by 2 of B plus B transpose, and your Q is equal to 1 by 2 of B minus B transpose. And we know this is a symmetric matrix based on the previous theorem, theorem 2. Any matrix can be written as, can be expressed as sum of a symmetric plus skew symmetric matrix, and P is half of B plus B transpose and Q is half of B minus B transpose. And obviously this matrix is a symmetric matrix and this is a skew symmetric matrix. So once you find this and substitute here, then we have expressed the given matrix B as sum of a symmetric plus skew symmetric matrix. Sum of a symmetric plus skew symmetric. So let's find P. So P is half of B plus B transpose. So what is B? So I will put a bracket here, a big bracket. Then B. B is 2 minus 2 minus 4. Then minus 1, 3, 4, 1, minus 2, minus 3. So this is my B matrix. Right? Now we have to write our B transpose. So B transpose will be plus B transpose matrix is 2 minus 1, 1. Then minus 2, 3, minus 2, minus 4, 4, minus 3. This is your B transpose. Now we should add them. We should add both of them. So if you add them, what do you get? You get 1. So I'll close this bracket here. So 1 by 2 of bracket starting. 2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. Minus 4, 1 is minus 3 again. Then 1 minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. Then 4 minus 2 is 2. Minus 1 minus 4 is minus 3. Sorry, 1 minus 4 is minus 3. 2, 4 is 2. Minus 3 is minus 6. Fine. So this is the sum of B plus B transpose and the whole half of this. Now we should divide each element by 2. So 4 by 2 is 2. This is minus 3 by 2. And this is also minus 3 by 2. Then minus 3 by 2. Then again 6 by 2 is 3. 2 by 2 is 1. Then minus 3 by 2. Then 2 by 2 is 1. Then 1 by 2 into minus 6 is minus 3. Fine. This is your P. Now if you take the transpose of P, if you take your transpose, what is P transpose? If you take the transpose of this, what is the transpose of this? You have to write the rows as columns. So 2 minus 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2. Then minus 3 by 2, 3, 1. Then minus 3 by 2, 1, minus 3. And that is same as your P. If I took the transpose of this, I got back the same matrix P. Therefore P is symmetric matrix. Now let's find what is Q. Where Q is what? 1 by 2 of B minus B transpose. So what is our B matrix? B matrix is this 2 minus 2 minus 4 minus 1 3 4 minus 1 minus 2, sorry, 1 minus 2 minus 3 plus minus B transpose. B transpose is this one, which is 2 minus 1 1 minus 2 3 minus 2, then minus 4 4 minus 3. That is your closing the bracket here. So that is equal to 1 by 2 of starting the bracket. Then 2 minus 2 is 0. Then minus 2 minus of minus 1 is plus 1. 2 plus 1 is minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. And minus 4 minus 1 into minus 4 is minus 5. Then minus 1 minus into minus plus. So 1 minus 1 plus 2 is 1. Then 3 minus 3 is 0. Then 4 minus of minus 2 is 6. Then 1 minus of minus 4 is 5. Then minus 2 minus of minus 4 is minus 6. Minus 3 minus of minus 3 is 0. 0, close this. You not even put this. But if I start dividing them, by 2, then you get 0 by 2 is 0, minus 1 by 2, minus 5 by 2, this is 1 by 2, then 0, 6 by 2 is 3, 5 by 2, minus 3, 0. So that is your Q matrix. So let's try to find what is Q transpose. Q transpose is 0, 1 by 2, 5 by 2. You have to take the transpose of this. Then this will become minus 1 by 2, 0, 3, minus 3, then minus 5 by 2, minus 3, 3, and then 0. Fine. So next, then suppose if I take from here, if I take my, I'll continue here probably. Fine. So now what is, so if I take, suppose this is Q transpose, if I take minus common from this, I'll get 0, minus 1 by 2, minus 5 by 2, then minus 1 by 2, 0, 3, minus 1 by 2, 0, 3, then 5 by 2, minus 3, 0. So your Q transpose is equal to minus of, and what is this matrix? This matrix is same as Q. So if you take minus common, we got this. After we took minus common, we got this. But what is this matrix? This matrix is your Q matrix. So this is Q. So we proved Q transpose is equal to minus Q. Therefore, Q is a skew symmetric matrix. Q is a skew symmetric matrix. It's a skew symmetric matrix. So therefore, we have expressed B as, now B is equal to P. Now let's find what is P plus Q. Let's try to find the value of P plus Q. Let's try to find the value of P plus Q. Fine. You not even write this. Even if you write this, it's okay. Let's try to find P plus Q and we'll show that that is equal to Q. That is equal to B. So what is P? P is 2 minus 3 by 2. So 2 minus 3 by 2, then minus 3 by 2. Right? Then plus this one. So minus 3 by 2, 3, then 1. Then minus 3 by 2, 1 and minus 3. Plus our Q. What is Q? Q is this one. 0, 1 by 2, minus 5 by 2. Fine. So 1 by 2, 0, 3. I'm writing this Q here. Then 5 by 2, minus 3 and 0. Now if you add both, now 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 0 is 2. Then minus 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2. Right? So this is minus 1 by 2. So this is minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2, minus 5 by 2. Yes. Now minus 3 by 2 plus minus 1 by 2 will give you minus 4 by 2, which is minus 2. So similarly, minus 3 by 2 plus minus 5 by 2 is minus 8 by 2, which is minus 4. Now 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is minus 2 by 2, which is minus 1. Then 3 plus 0 is 3, 1 plus 3 is 4. Right? Now here this will give you 1, this will give you minus 2 and minus 3. So when we added both, when we added P plus Q, we got this matrix. So what is this matrix? This is your B matrix. This is your B matrix. So we have expressed your B as sum of a symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. Clear? So all of you can pause the video and take the notes. So whenever they ask you to express B as a sum of symmetric plus skew symmetric matrix, immediately find have P as half of B plus B transpose, Q as half of B minus B transpose, and then find this matrix P and Q and show that P is a symmetric matrix. Show that after finding Q, show that Q is a skew symmetric matrix. Then add P plus Q and show that you are getting B. Show that you are getting B. So this is how we express a given square matrix as a sum of a symmetric and a skew symmetric matrix. So all of you can pause the video and take the notes, and I will stop the session here, and you can watch my next video for the continuation of this. Thank you for watching. See you all in the next video. Thank you.